Hannah scared you, and then she got mad at you and she kept you from coming home to us. You told me that yesterday. Isn't that right?
Go on, tell them. What did I do to you that day? They're all waiting.
No! Hannah she just played with me. She bought me good food and we went to a theme park. I just didn't want to go back home.
Emma, what is wrong? You know that's a lie. You didn't go with her willingly.
No, I went with her. I asked Hannah to take me along with her. Hannah didn't kidnap me at all.
There, did you hear her? And you know that, well, Emma never tells any lies, does she?
What did you tell her, Hannah? Why is my sister telling lies?
Don't do that to Hannah. I went with her. It's my fault.
Are there any more questions then? And don't falsely accuse me of kidnapping her ever again. Oh, and you can talk about that Kyle case with my lawyer.
There's no need. We have the culprit. You're innocent of all the charges.
You have the culprit for that?
Do you want to know who? There she is right there.
Mom? Mom, why are you here?
Hannah! I've turned myself in. I've told them everything. So it's all over now.
No, Mom, what's wrong with you? Why did you tell them all of that? You need to release her. Release her right now. Take these off her now. This is all you're doing. You did this to her, didn't you? This is you.
Didn't you hear her? She turned herself in, Hannah. She just said that. What else do you want?
Mom! No, Mom! Mom, don't go! Mom! No! Mom!
No! Don't! Hannah! Don't worry about me! I promise! You'll have a good life! Be happy, okay? Don't worry about me, okay? You don't worry anymore about me, honey!
Miss Hannah, you may go home now.
You told me that Mrs. Gong will be prosecuted and imprisoned, right? Please speed up the process.
What am I gonna do? What if Mom gets imprisoned for this? No, never. No, she can't. Yes, Attorney Chang, it's me. No, it's not about that. It's something much more urgent right now. My mom, she... No, let's talk in person rather. I'll be right there.
Why did you lie, Emma? I know that Hannah took you. You didn't follow her.
I didn't. I went with her. It's not Hannah's fault.
Emma! Why are you lying to us?
But I'm not. I'm not lying to you. I went with her to have fun.
I told you, if you tell the truth, we can get Hannah punished.
Emma does not tell lies.
Okay, I understand. You can go and rest in the room now. You must be really tired from all of this. I think Hannah threatened her. Otherwise, she wouldn't tell lies. Are you going to do what the detective recommended regarding the Yukimon case?
Yes.
I'm sure that Emma had no other option if she was threatened.
I'm worried because I wanted Emma to stand as a witness for the arson case too, but now I think she may change her mind again later.
That case really needs a witness since we don't have any evidence at all. What about Mrs. Gong?
I'm sure Hannah won't like that at all. Since Hannah found out her mom's imprisoned, I'm sure we can get more out of her than what the evidence can prove.
She won't just sit back and watch it from the sideline. I hope everything gets revealed soon.
Hannah will have to make a very difficult decision. Either she has to watch her mom imprisoned, or she has to turn herself in. That's what the detective is after now.
We need to find a way no matter what. We cannot let my mother stay there.
There is a way, but...
You do whatever you need to. I don't care how much it costs. Find a way for both my mom and me to get out of this pit.
This crisis has become an opportunity.
So what is it that you intend to do? You need to find a way. I know that you're capable of anything. Come on.
I can get this done if I set my mind to it. We can have your mom ruled as incompetent to stand trial.
Incompetent to stand trial?
Make your mom admit to all of the crimes, and we can get her ruled as incompetent to stand trial.
Yes, I get what you're saying, but...
In order to get this ruling, we need psychiatric records of her.
I'll sign the land. The Yongin land over to you. Within the month, okay? I promise. You know that the land is worth a lot, and if all goes well... Well, if it all goes well, then that land will be yours. So you need to do whatever you can to ensure this ruling goes through. If this actually works, then Mom can avoid sentencing, and I can avoid being a suspect in the case. Yes, this is much better, okay.
You're no longer a suspect to me, Hannah. I won't suspect you anymore. As of today, you will finally be free.
Because my mother will be punished instead?
Because Mrs. Gong turned herself in at her own will.
That is true, yes. My mom did do that. She's the one who killed Kyle.
What did you say?
My mother did kill Kyle. I didn't know anything about it at the time, but yes, you're right. I have done nothing wrong.
Do you know what you're saying, Hannah? Your mom will be charged and imprisoned right away.
I can't help it if that is what the law says. I am no longer the main suspect to you, so don't accuse me anymore. And you should actually be glad that I'm not suing you for making all of those wild, false accusations against me. Okay, then?
What did you say? False accusations?
Yes! That's right, you accused me falsely. What you did was vicious and cruel. Like I said, you're lucky I'm not gonna sue you.
How could you?
Hello there.
Oh, it's so nice to see the two of you walk in together. Oh, you should have done it sooner. Oh, it's wonderful. It's so lovely to see the two of you.
I'll make some dinner, okay? Why don't you get some rest?
Oh, dinner is already done. And your father is here too. Let's all have dinner together, huh?
Oh, hello there. Oh, hi there, Dad. When did you come? Did you move in? No, I'm here because your mother asked me to come for dinner tonight.
Well, hurry up and get changed. Let's all enjoy our meal together as a family, huh? Ta-da! Ta-da!
Wow, you prepared so much food. You must be really tired.
Oh, this is nothing. I can do this very easily. You know, I can prepare a feast fit for a king. If I set my mind to it, I can do anything, and you haven't been eating that much. Please eat more, please. You've been worrying me. You need to...
Where's Mrs. Gong tonight, huh? I wish she was here to eat with us. Oh, that's true. Actually, come to think of it. Where did she go?
Oh, she went someplace far. She had something that came up.
Oh, well, it seems like you and Mrs. Gong have a lot going on, don't you? Did Mrs. Gong also have to attend a funeral?
No, it's not that. She will be home soon, though. She called to say not to worry about her. Oh, the soup is so delicious, Mother.
Oh, do you like rice in it and finish it up, please. And have some of the crab stew,
Okay.
too. I'll get it for you. Yeah. Oh, here you go, here you go. Here you go.
How can she blame Mrs. Gong and say that she's innocent?
She says that we can go ahead and prosecute her. She's glad she's no longer a suspect. She's upset that she's been falsely accused.
She is so vicious. How can she do that to her own mother?
Mrs. Gong will insist that she did this.
We need her confession for crimes that can't be proven with our evidence. With Mrs. Gong's confession, she may avoid being a suspect.
What if Mrs. Gong really gets charged for this crime, though?
She won't just sit back and watch her mother get imprisoned, I know that. I'm sure she'll confess to her crimes.
You are aware that the resort project is almost complete. And you know it would have been completed a while ago if you hadn't have changed the contractor. You should be responsible for all of the extra costs.
I'll be responsible for that. It's a basic principle to be responsible for what you've done.
Of course. You need to be responsible.
But I guess you don't have any intentions to take responsibility. And I heard about your mother.
It hurts me, but there's nothing that I can do about it. My mother committed a crime. There is nothing that I can do for her right now.
Any other daughter would even have at least tried to get her mom out. You're just so different.
You said that we need to be responsible for our own doings. I can't be responsible for something I didn't do.
Oh, really? It's got nothing to do with you.
What? Do you want me to make a false confession, just so that I can make Chloe a little bit happy?
I heard you found your sister. I heard she got lost. I'm glad you found her so quickly.
Is that what your wife told you?
She was worried about your sister. I heard that this happened before.
I don't care what you think about Emma, Jacob, but she's not dumb enough to get lost by herself. She was taken by someone.
Are you saying that she was kidnapped? Come on, who would do that?
Who do you think would do that?
Are you accusing Hannah again? You're saying Hannah kidnapped her in order to get rid of the evidence? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sure you don't want to believe it, but it's true.
Shouldn't you stop this? If that were true, why don't you prosecute her, huh? You can't because it's not the truth.
I'm going to prosecute Hannah. And you will suffer with her betrayal when you find out the truth, Jacob. Be prepared.
I really do not get this. Why do you hate her so much?
Do you think I'm doing this without a valid reason, Jacob? Without any evidence and just based on feeling? Do you think I'm trying to get back at her for taking my position away? No way. I'm trying to punish her for her previous crimes. Do you know who's taking the fall for Hannah's crimes? Your mother-in-law. Hannah's mother. Mrs. Gong is in jail by making a false confession. Don't you understand?
My mother-in-law.
Did you see my mother then? Did you tell her everything? Okay, great. Yes, I trust you, of course. Of course I do. You know exactly why you're the one I chose. You take care of this, and I will never forget it, okay?
Is it true, Hannah, that Mother is being held by the police?
I'll talk to you later. Who told you that?
Just tell me, if it's true or not.
That's,
Is it hard to tell me? Well, then you don't have to.
It is the truth! I was going to tell you, but
Then, that case is true too. About the death of your father.
Yes, it is the truth! But there's something else that you don't know! It was self-defense from my mother. If she didn't kill him, he would have killed her first! He was certainly capable of doing something like that. He made us suffer our whole lives. He even raped me. I know it's hard to believe, but it's the truth.
Is that true?
I wanted to tell you, but I just couldn't do it. It was just too horrible for me to talk about. My mom, she even got psychiatric treatment because of all of that abuse, and she She had to do that in order to survive. That's all we did.
But still, how could she do that?
I tried to cover up for my mom's crime, but... Oh, my mom, I felt so sorry for her. But because of Chloe's threat, my mom, she had turned herself in for all her crimes.
I can't believe this.
This is the truth. I swear on this baby inside me. I swear.
So she actually let her mom pay the price. How on earth could she tell you to prosecute her?
She must be trying to make herself innocent first.
The problem is that we no longer have any evidence to prosecute Hannah.
How could that have happened? We are trying to get her. Did you get what I asked you to get for me? I know he must have been stressed over Emma's disappearance. Hopefully he regains his energy. Same goes with you. Oh, we must prosecute Hannah-Eun, no matter what.
Is everything okay with my mother?
Why? Are you worried about her? Why didn't you confess to your crimes then?
Confess to what? You mean you still suspect me? As her daughter, I'm just worried, but you know that there's nothing I can do. I cannot pay for her crimes.
What's wrong with you, Miss Hannah?
I can't confess to a crime that I didn't commit. You just need to take the legal steps. Turn her over to the prosecutors and let her be charged. Let her serve her prison sentence.
Look here, Miss Hannah. How long will you keep this up?
You just do whatever you want, don't you? What is your problem, detective? Do you know what? Don't you dare bother me about this case ever again. Do you hear me, detective? Otherwise, I will have my attorney file an official complaint.
Is she really her daughter?
I met with my mother earlier. I'm really nervous for her.
I still can't believe it.
I understand how you feel, Jacob. But what about me, huh? I couldn't tell you, and I had to just sit back and take all of Chloe's threats all the time.
But you still should have told me.
But how could I have told you? Do you even know? If we didn't do that, my dad, he would have killed the both of us. Do you even know what that's like?
I don't know how to take this, because this is so unexpected.
I've just been so stressed that I don't feel good. I'm just so worried that I'm gonna lose this baby.
Why don't you take a rest? I won't tell others about your mother.
But how can I rest while my mother is suffering in jail? I'm just so nervous. What if she gets charged with this? Then there's no meaning to my life anymore. How can I live if she gets imprisoned for all of this? Huh?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I think the baby's scared. I was just so nervous all day.
Are you really sure Hannah said that? That it's okay for her mom to be charged with murder? Okay then. I see.
I heard from Hannah. What's going on with your mother-in-law? I'm pretty shocked, too.
I just heard. Hannah is okay with her mom getting punished in her place.
She's not getting punished in her place. Mother turned herself in.
What I know is that Hannah is the one that killed her father. She needs to pay for her crimes.
That's for the law to decide. She's expecting a baby. What would you do if she loses her baby over this matter?
Just as this baby is important to you, revealing the truth is important to me. You know how my mother died. And Hannah needs to pay for the crimes she's committed. Your mother will be taken to court and charged soon. I'll do that for you, if that is what you wanted. But don't regret it later on. Watching your mom get imprisoned will not be easy for you.
It's the opposite, actually. It wasn't as easy as you might think for me to cover up her crime like that.
How could you say that, Hannah? You covered for your mom? If you're a human being, how could you say that?
Don't prolong this, Chloe. She turned herself in, okay?
So you've got nothing to do with this. You don't care what happens to your mother?
Why are you worrying about my mother? You said that one needs to pay for one's crime. And I'm telling you just to let that happen.
Okay. I will do that for you. But you will regret what you just said.
What's wrong with you? Do you have any worries?
It's all because I've told a lie.
What do you mean you lied? What did you say? You are such a pure angel, and I know that you won't tell lies.
I told lies and Chloe's mad at me now. But I had to lie because she said she'll hurt Chloe.
I don't get what you're trying to say. Someone said that they'll hurt Chloe?
Hannah told me to lie. She told me to say that I went with her.
She did what? Did she cause trouble again? Tell me all of the details, Emma!
They've managed to get the story straight between the two of them. Now it really seems like Mrs. Gong killed him.
Then she'll be taken to court, I guess. Oh, what about Jason? Didn't you say he'll stand as a witness for you?
Yes, but he's imprisoned and an ex-convict. I'm really not sure how valid his testimony would be in a court of law.
This is not easy. If Mrs. Gong insists that she did this, then Hannah is going to get away with it all.
That could never happen, Sean. Yes, Detective. Oh, right now? Okay then, I'll be right there. He wants to see me. It sounds very important.
About Miss Hannah's attorney, he's quite a notorious guy. In order to win, he might even use fake evidence.
What should we do now then? Seeing that she's hired him, she's definitely trying to get away with this.
Should we maybe then hire a lawyer as well?
Well, that is quite an idea. But first we should release Mrs. Bridget due to lack of evidence. Unfortunately, we have to. Our goal is to get Miss Hannah in the end.
If you told her that, then my mother will take this through to the end. And you'll get her out. You'll do what you've promised, right? Yes, of course.
It's too silent without Mrs. Gong in the house. Is it okay for me to be here? She's not even here right now.
Well, there is nothing wrong with you coming to visit your son at his house. Ugh, you're not here just because she's gone, you know. She just happens to not be here. And now, tell me, when is your mother-in-law coming home? Where is she, huh?
Oh, yeah. She won't be home for a while. She's got something to take care of.
The door to this big mansion is open.
Oh.
What if someone sets the house on fire?
Goodness.
Oh, what's Dad doing here? Did you move back in here as well? You're betraying me as well now?
Oh, God.
Oh, you reek of alcohol. How much have you had to drink, Philip?
Well, I came here to ask Hannah a question. Brother, could you ask her to come down, please?
I don't know what's going on, but come when you're sober. How can you talk to her in this condition?
Foolish boy.
A long time no see, Philip.
No need to greet me. Let me ask you something. Did you do something harmful to Emma?
What do you mean by that? Why on earth would I ever want to do anything to harm Emma?
You harmed her. And on top of that, you made her lie.
Hey.
What's going on, huh? What are you saying Hannah did to you? What?
You tell us yourself. What exactly did you do to Emma?
What is Philip talking about?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on right now. I think maybe he's just a little bit too drunk.
Honey, tell me what is going on.
Why do you live like this? Do you actually enjoy this? You should live like a human being for once.
You keep this up and I'm gonna get really mad, Philip. I know what Emma told you, but I will not stand for this.
If you keep this up, Hannah, I will not stand for it, okay? Do you get it?
Hey, you troublemaker! Come on! What's going on?
Oh, my tummy.
You okay?
What's going on? What's going on? Is there something hurt? Does something hurt? Is the baby okay? Well, you should take her upstairs right now. Come on, take her upstairs.
Oh, no.
Oh, goodness.
You just try to sober her up. Come on.
Goodness. No, listen here. If you were drunk, you should have just gone to sleep. How dare you cause trouble here? How dare you? How dare you do that? How dare you do that? What is wrong with you?
Let's leave our personal issues aside. We need to do our work. So let's start our meeting.
Yes, of course. No matter the situation, we do need to do our work.
You're really something. How could you even focus on your work?
Just drop it. We're in a meeting. She hasn't said anything wrong.
She may not have said anything wrong, but she's doing something wrong. She's trying to save her own skin by having her mom cover for her crime.
I said let's drop it. This is not the place to talk about that.
I think you should drop this right now. You don't even know what's going on here.
Oh, I know enough. You should stay out of this matter. This has to do with my wife and I. What connection do you have? Please tell me.
This meeting cannot continue. Let's do this all later. Let's go, Jacob.
This is pretty big trouble if he's covering for her knowingly.
Yes, Detective. Excuse me? Hannah requested Mrs. Gong to be ruled as incompetent? Is that true? Okay, I see.
That is what it was. She knew her mom wouldn't serve the sentence, even if she gets a guilty verdict.
That's why she's letting Mrs. Gong go through with all of this. I'm sure that attorney is capable of doing something like this. What do we do now?
Then I believe taking Mrs. Gong to court would be completely meaningless.
The detective said the same thing. He said Mrs. Gong will take the blame for the crime and then they'll try to get her ruled as incompetent to be able to stand trial.
We don't have any other way. The situation's not gonna change. What if we try to induce confession by saying that the evidence is not enough to make the prosecution possible?
Let's mull it over. She's willing to sacrifice her mother to get out of this. We're going to need other ways to deal with her.
How about Hannah? Is she at work? Oh, no, not yet. Oh, but there she comes. She's on her way.
Mom? Mom, what happened? How did you get home?
Come. What on earth happened to you? I just did everything that the lawyer told me to do. I did whatever I was told to say. Then they just told me that I can go home again. I don't understand.
Then Chloe must have released you. They're trying to get me, not you, Mom. That's the plan.
What are we going to do? What if this is not the end? What if it becomes bigger?
That won't happen, okay? You just need to watch what you say. Mother doesn't know anything about this. I told Jacob about it, but just tell him that it's not your fault. Tell him that's why they released you. Have you got that?
Oh, I got it. But I'm so worried about you. That evidence is still with them.
But it won't be easy for them to take any action. If anything happens, then You need to keep your story straight. All you have to do is exactly what the lawyer told you to do. That's the only way for us to save ourselves. Have you got that, Mom? Okay?
Don't you worry about it. I killed Kyle, no matter what. I can also just act crazy. Oh, I can do that right now.
Mother, when did you get back?
I'm so upset. I feel so wronged.
So my mother came home.
She shouldn't be the one who's being charged.
I thought that you'd take it till the end. I'm surprised it's already over.
You know, I still have all the evidence. It's not over for you yet.
No matter what you might think, you cannot accuse me of something that I didn't do. So, you need to close up all your shops.
What do you mean? Close the shops?
This shopping arcade, it's just not profitable anymore. I'm replacing it with another project. I'm done with this one.
What about the contract we have? The hotel will have to compensate for breaching the contract.
Oh, we'll pay the price, don't worry. I'm going to propose a new contract with another hotel and ask for cancellation of ours. Then the shops will close and we won't need you anymore.
What happened to Mother? I didn't have the time to ask questions in the morning.
Chloe's given up on charging her with that. They know that it was self-defense.
Really? But it's strange that they just gave up like this.
I've just been so worried. I was really worried for my mother and... Well, I'm not saying what she did was good, but she is still my mother and I wanted to hide it for her and help her cover for it because...
I understand how you feel, but...
You must have been so shocked. Don't think differently about my mother, please. I'm begging you. Please be good to her as before. Please have pity on her.
I know that, but Hannah, I'm really trying...
I always felt bad and nervous when I came to you. I was afraid you'd dump me after finding out about her. And now I'm pregnant, but what about the baby? I've been so worried, Jacob.
I'm genuinely shocked. But it's over and done with. It's over and done with now. Come on, don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Please just act as if nothing has happened, okay? That will help my mother overcome this. Please do it for me. Could you do it for our baby? Could you do that?
Close down the shopping arcade? Says who?
She's trying to get me out of the hotel.
Ask Miss Hannah to come to my office. I suppose that she's trying to get rid of you now. It's as expected since she failed to terminate me.
Did you call for me?
I heard from Chloe that you were closing down the shopping arcade.
I will be responsible for the loss, don't worry. It was my mistake.
Isn't this for a different reason, Hannah?
And what different reason could there be? I'm just switching to a different project because this arcade business is just not profitable right now.
How can you make this decision on your own, Hannah?
Replacing this business will be a long-term benefit to the hotel.
Then take responsibility for starting this damaging project.
I will, of course. If you don't want to fold this business, we can change the brand. We can replace it with a brand that's not Lubini.
What is your reason for this, then? You don't have to go this far.
It's really just become difficult for me to face Chloe Min every single day. I don't know why she gave up prosecuting my mom, but, well, she can get this started anytime. It's not easy to face her knowing that she can prosecute my mom.
But that's still not a good reason to do all this.
I'm ready for those consequences. I will not deny that my mother, she committed a great crime. And she feels the same, so prosecute her if you want. She needs to be punished for her crimes. But the decision to close the arcade, that is for the hotel's sake. Goodbye.
What if I give up? Then what, Hannah? I wanted to reveal the truth about my mother's death, but I don't have evidence or witnesses. What happens if I give up, since I don't have anything to prove it anymore?
You give up? Are you telling the truth?
My evidence can't reveal the truth about my mother's death. That evidence has no meaning for me. What happens if I give up now? Tell me, Hannah, what happens?